morning, and welcome to the Senior Hour, which is sponsored by Comfort Keepers in Home Care and Advanced Audiology. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host,
Dr. Jean Dorio,
on your hometown station, KHTS. This is a show for, about, and by seniors, giving information to enhance one's quality of life. And speaking of quality of life, there's some fun things coming up. And one of them is, and I'm going to let Matt Nelson of the Boys and Girls Club tell us about it. Welcome, Matt. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me on the show.
And what's coming up?
Well, we have just a little over a week away is our annual Festival of Trees.
Oh, my goodness.
So this is one of our big fundraisers for the Boys and Girls Club. It's our 50-year anniversary for the Boys and Girls Club, and we help about 5,000 local youth realize their full potential by supporting their academic success, providing a second home, and building leaders. And so this wonderful event, it's taking place November 16th, 17th, and 18th, is the best way to kick off the holiday season in Santa Clarita. Sure. We have about 40 large trees that will be auctioned off, about 30 tabletop trees, and about 60 or so gingerbread houses. Santa Claus will be there. We have a holiday boutique. We have a magic show, a jingle jam dance, and a kids corner for kids to do activities. There's a lot going on. It's literally a festival, and it's a great Christmas holiday event.
And it's been great ever since it started.
Yeah, this is our 16th year.
Yes,
yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that something like this would go that long and still go and getting bigger and better every time?
Every year.
It's amazing. 16.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
But how long's the Boys and Girls Club been around?
Since 1968. 50 years. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I know. Linda Pedersen and I were one of the first ones, along with Connie Warden Roberts. Mm-hmm. And there were several other, I think some of them are now deceased, including Connie. But we held it at the Valley View Elementary School.
And at first it was the Boys Club.
And first it was the Boys Club.
And then at some point, maybe with Title IX, I'm not sure, but it became Boys and Girls Club.
And we were the first.
Yeah, west of the Mississippi,
Yes.
we were the first to change it. The
Boys
national
and girls.
There's about 4,000 clubhouses around the country, but the national organization, it wasn't until 1992 that became a Boys and Girls Club, and we were more than a decade before that.
And realize that some of the first members of the Boys Club at that time, some of those first members are now seniors.
That's right.
Isn't that something?
That's
And,
right.
there are listeners right now, and they're asking, why is the Boys and Girls Club on? This is the senior hour, but it is all related. I mean, it's an integral part of what we are as a community, and as a city. That there have been organizations that has allowed each and every aspect of our community to rise and do well. And now we're seeing the results of that, and many of our some of our seniors now who went through the Boys and Girls Club and went the straight road and have done very well, very, very well in terms of their careers.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So
that's true.
And I met recently a previous member of the Boys and Girls Club, and she was visiting our senior center. She had relatives there, and she went through our Boys and Girls Club and then went on to high school and college and played basketball at the Boys and Girls Club, but carried that on into her life to where she played in college. She played at Cal State Northridge, it was called at that time, and they won the national championship with her on the team.
Wow.
And then she went on to play with the in the WNBA with the team here in Los Angeles, and now she's a coach. She's a college coach, one of the first women coaches of college basketball, of men's. She's coaching men's basketball on the East Coast, and she's from our Boys and Girls Club.
It's amazing.
Isn't that wonderful? It really is.
Oh, there's so many
That's
amazing
okay.
success stories about
Yeah, well,
children.
it's interesting, too, because my son, Chuck, would have been 59 yesterday, had he survived, had he lived. And he was a member for up to 50 years ago. Because he was one of the first members who were at the Valley View Elementary School. And so was my younger son, who'll be 57 next week. Jiminy Christmas. I'm getting older, but I'm still kicking.
But Chuck also was a international motorcycle racer.
Yes, he was.
He got from that, and
because they used to ride bicycles.
Here.
Chuck was one of the first in the boys club then, and they started riding bicycles. And
Wow, at the club there?
Yeah, well, they used to ride them in the parking lot at the school after school.
Oh.
There were a whole group of them.
Yeah,
And
that's what the club's about, giving opportunities and connecting the kids to caring adults, staff, and volunteers who teach them life skills and about themselves.
I think it was it was so important and so valuable to both of my boys when they went there.
That's so great
because
to hear.
there were, how can I put it? They were given incentive to do things because they were being formed as a group. There was a lot of interaction, competitiveness, which is very good, and someone there to help supervise that and keep them on the right track.
Correct.
And I think it helped a lot of boys. It
There's
really did.
There's no doubt that there are problems in the community when you have, I think they used to call latchkey kids, who really had nothing to do sometimes after school, and they get into trouble. But with the Boys and Girls Club, there was a place for our kids to go and still go to be able to funnel their energy and their teamwork experience into doing something worthy, and they continue to do that. And so our listeners out there are going, my grandson and my granddaughter, they're participating at the Boys and Girls Club, and if it weren't for that, my son and my daughter would not have been where they are now, and my grandkids the same thing. So it plays a big role, as I mentioned earlier, about how this community, we network with each other, but we also recognize and realize some of the things that need to be done to make sure that everybody has the opportunity and the learning experience and to have life's lessons and things like that and life skills to be able to survive. And we have done that here in Santa Clarita with the Boys and Girls Club.
That's true, and I'm
really
so
have.
proud to have been one of the people who was involved at the very beginning. And I've volunteered every year since.
Yep. I see you every year.
Yes, I know. Well, I remember when Bob Ross was the, I guess, CEO. Is that what you're called?
Yeah, or
I
executive
think
director.
Yeah, executive director,
mhm.
or whatever. But we used to have the building that's now in Veterans Plaza. It used to be the old chamber building.
Is that the old church? Or?
No, where the Veterans Plaza is.
Okay.
There used to be a house there.
Oh, the Pardee House?
Party
Yes,
house.
Pardee
and
House.
that's
Very
where we
good.
had the
It's
Chamber
very
of
good.
Commerce. That's where we had boys club meetings. Then we had them above the golf shop. That's where I worked for the Boys and Girls
Wow.
Club. Upstairs at the golf shop.
Oh.
Up the street when Bob Ross was the director.
It's amazing. Yeah, the history of the Boys and Girls Club really is, in a lot of ways, the history of Santa Clarita. Being here for 50 years.
That's
Imagine Six Flags wasn't here yet.
No.
Most of the homes weren't here, but already that community spirit that we're going to take care of our youth. We're going to make sure they have a safe place to be because
Exactly.
we have working families, parents who go below, and what are the kids doing when they're here?
That's
after
right. And
school?
there were small clubhouses all over this
Yeah.
community.
Mm-hmm.
There really were. Of course, most of them, those old houses, have been torn down. There was one at Sierra Vista.
Yeah,
on the corner there.
the little bungalow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And that was a very, very active place. I mean, kids all over the place. So I used to go in there and kind of supervise. They'd play pool. They'd play outside. They had a ball. It was unbelievable.
Isn't the party home now? Hasn't it moved to Heritage Junction?
Yes.
Down the street. So I mean, we still have that,
it. Oh, yeah.
that history, and I will bet you
Yes.
there are some people who go there and they say, "I played in this room, and we ran down these steps, and we broke this window."
Yeah.
things like that. That that's a part of our history.
And
isn't
look
it?
at
It is.
the club we have now, that incredible building,
Yes.
full of kids
Yeah, 2 of
all
them.
the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so in the 80s, the board was very wise and hired Jim Ventris, who became our CEO for 29 years.
I know. I was one of the people who interviewed him.
Oh, yeah.
And also, my $500 donation was the start of the building, the capital campaign to build that clubhouse. I
Thank
made
you.
that donation in Chuck's memory.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
And
that was
got the building capital campaign started.
opened in 92.
Yes.
Yep, and then in the Sierra Vista, you mentioned there was a bungalow there,
Yes.
but then we partnered with the school district and the city
It's a
and created
beautiful place there now.
the clubhouse now. That's
Yes.
just even a little bigger than the one in Newhall. So we have 2 full service. They each have their gyms, teen centers, computers, art programming, the games room, kitchens, just a lot going on, a lot of opportunity.
Yes. And a lot of young kids have literally been saved.
Taking advantage
Yeah.
of it. Exactly.
Literally been saved from all kinds of bad stuff
That could have happened to them.
that could have happened to them.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
they've been to the Boys and Girls Club. And the young girls, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
have a large population of girls.
We do. We do.
And
yeah,
that's
we,
incredible.
About 60% of our members are teens. Some people don't realize that because of the Boys and Girls Club, but we're close to the junior highs and high schools. We have a lot of teens come through, part of the sports programs, our teen leadership and mentoring, and teen girls, teen boys, they face a lot of challenges out there, and they need a place that they could turn to that they know they could talk to staff, they could talk about what they're going through. We've had girls who have made it through eating disorders or self-harm that if they didn't have somebody to talk to connect with, it could have meant their life.
Yes.
Yes. And when I hear these stories, it just really reminds me of what the club is about. And it wouldn't be possible without all these thousands of people who have helped, like yourself, to make the club a part of our community. And that's what Festival of Trees is about, to keep it going.
Yes, keeping it going, and it's an incredible event. It really is.
Yeah.
Look at the time and effort that goes into decorating those trees, which is going on now, isn't it?
Right, yeah. It's amazing. I mean, we're already thinking about next year and where we're going to get the deals on the ornaments, but it's a year-long process planning, and so our designers started about 2 weeks ago, and we're actually over at Westfield at the town center. There's a old store location that we're designing the trees in, and then next week they'll be moved from the mall to the sports complex in Canyon Country where the actual festival will be taking place. But yeah, it takes several weeks. We have a small army of volunteers that does designing.
And that is a small army.
Yeah, and if you go by, you could peek inside and you'll see the professional designers designing, and then you'll see we have a lot of high school volunteers who are assembling ornaments and tying on the wires because these trees get moved around a bit, and so the ornaments can't just hang; they have to be tied on because after the event, we'll actually deliver the trees to your house. We actually provide that with Camelot Movers help us with that, and so it's a beautiful event. But so we have the gala on Friday night. We call it our Magic of the Lights Gala. Tickets for that are $85, and there's a dinner, there's entertainment, the live auction, which we have some amazing trees that. One of our really exciting items is we have a box suite for 10 tickets to see Elton John, and he's on his final tour.
Oh, my goodness.
In January at the Staples Center, we'll have that. That'll come with a beautiful tree as well, and then some other awesome items, a trip to Hawaii, Dodger tickets, Laker tickets, and all of this comes with a beautiful tree. So
and that's Friday night.
That's Friday night.
That's the major.
That's the major one. But if you can't come to that, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 6 are our general admission times. So that's Saturday November 17th and Sunday the 18th. And tickets are $8 for adults. We have a $2 off coupon on flyers that we have here at the station. But seniors are only $4 a person. So it's a really fun. You can spend the afternoon, get in the spirit, look at the trees. Santa Claus will be there. You can take a photo with Santa from 10 to 3 on Saturday and Sunday. And then we also have a magic show on Saturday at 4 o'clock.
I noticed that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's up-close magic, and then there is a live stage show. So tickets for that are $10, and but you get to see the whole festival as well.
Yeah.
And then if you're a dancer, Saturday night, 6 o'clock, the Jingle Jam Swing Dance will be going on, 6 to 9 on Saturday. So there's a lot going on, a lot of fun throughout the weekend. You can spend the whole day there. You could spend an hour. It's up to you. And then the Holiday Boutique, which you could get your shop for gifts, shop for yourself. That'll be going on throughout the whole weekend.
And the flyer is so attractive.
Isn't it beautiful?
It really is. I mean, it's noticeable. If it's up in anybody's window, your eyes are immediately drawn to
you're
it.
not going to miss it.
Because it's beautiful.
Well, it looks like Christmassy,
Yes,
doesn't
it
it? With
is.
the red
It's beautiful.
fringe and the green
It is.
and the Christmas
Absolutely
tree
gorgeous.
on it.
Yeah. Usually our
Absolutely
tree
gorgeous.
logo's green and red, but since it's our 50-year golden anniversary, it's a gold
yes.
tree this year. So.
Well, we'll accept that.
Yeah.
Yes, we will accept that.
So we mentioned Jim Ventris also as one of the integral parts of having to allow the Boys and Girls Club to evolve into what it is. But Gary Condi and Myrna were also involved as well.
Yes.
So there are so many people, Barbara, that you have mentioned that
Oh, yes.
have played a role in getting to 50 years for contributing to this community.
It's amazing, isn't it? And it's amazing how the community supports it.
It is.
That's
It
the
is.
nice part about it.
It
I mean,
is.
this fundraiser will be packed, absolutely
Thousands of
packed
people will be coming through.
with people. It really will, and that really speaks to our community.
Where I grew
Really
up
does.
in Los Angeles, we places were closed. We didn't have Boys and Girls Club. We played baseball on the street. Got into trouble a lot. The police would come by and kick us off, and then we, hide and run out later and play baseball again. But we didn't have access, and I don't think there were any of my friends that really anything detrimental happened to them, like imprisoned or died of drug overdoses. But we just didn't have that opportunity there like we do here. And that community now, I think, has Boys and Girls Clubs as well. So we
that's
have
good.
everybody has attempted to, in their own community, try to sustain these young kids to keep them out of harm's way, so they grow up to be good adults and good people in our community.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I think is important that we don't take the program for granted. Well, it's been here 50 years.
Absolutely, that's right.
But we have 400 kids coming after school from 7
Wow.
all the way up through 17. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I mean, yeah.
It is.
We have
It's
a lot
really
of kids coming
wonderful.
through the after school, and in the summer, they're out all day. We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll be open during part of winter break,
Wow.
spring break as well, and we provide a breakfast, lunch, and snack, especially in the summer. And so a snack every day after school. The kids are fed. They get help with their homework. They're safe, and they have a lot of opportunities.
They're taken care of.
Yeah.
And that's so important when both parents work.
Yes.
And these days, most families, both the parents work
Yep.
because they have to survive.
Yeah.
And they have a family. The kids are taken care of at the Boys and Girls Club. When they get out of school, they can go there and have fun and be safe. And that's one of the most important things.
Yep.
And the parents don't have to worry.
Right.
And that's really, really important.
I'm learning firsthand. My daughter turns 5 next week, and
Oh.
I've worked at the club for 15 years. But when I had my own child, had a deeper understanding of how important the club is. And
Absolutely, and as she gets older, that understanding will
Yep,
be
and
more
she'll be
and
at
more
the
and
club.
more. Yes, she will. Well, that's a good place for her. Well, Matt, great visit. I'm so
Thanks
glad
for
you
being
came
on the
by, and you
show.
have to come back and see us again.
oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you
because
so much for having me.
even grandparents are really, really appreciative of the Boys and Girls Club.
Well, that's great to hear. And, you know, we need volunteers. I'll just throw that
There you
out
go.
there. If you're out there, any skills or experience you have, come shoot pool with the kids, teach them, help them with homework, or just be a mentor. We need volunteers every day.
And those kids really know how to play pool, too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I've played with some of them, and they've just knocked me off the table completely. It's amazing. But, Matt, thanks so much for coming
Thank you,
by.
Matt.
And good luck with the Festival of the Trees, and I know it'll be a big success.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Take care. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, KHTS.
The best live theater can be found right here in the Santa Clarita Valley. The Canyon Theater Guild has been entertaining audiences for decades with top quality musicals and plays. Located on Main Street in Old Town Newhall, CTG also offers workshops for the young actor in your family. For more information, call the box office at 799-2702 or go online to canyontheater.org.
The Santa Clarita Artists Association has a new gallery in downtown Newhall on 6th Street between Main and Railroad, right across from the Canyon Theater Guild. The gallery features our members' paintings, sculptures, and one-of-a-kind handcrafted gift items. Whether you're an art lover, buyer, or an artist wishing to join, visit our website at santaclaritaartist.org, come to our free monthly meetings at Barnes & Noble, or stop by the gallery. For upcoming events and exhibits, check us out at santaclaritaartist.org. We make visual art visible.
Kick off the holidays at Valencia Marketplace on Saturday, November 10th, and donate a toy as we launch our annual Sheriff Toy Drive. Check out your favorite stores, climb on our antique fire truck, and experience balloon magic by Magic Castle magician Dennis Farrell. Free crafts for kids sponsored by the Montessori School of Stevenson Ranch. Music, prizes, crafts, magic, and lots of fun. Donate a toy and enjoy your holiday shopping at all your favorite shops at Valencia Marketplace. See you this Saturday. Visit valenciamarketplace.com.
At Advanced Audiology, we know how important hearing is to you, your loved ones, your work success, your safety, and your ability to stay in the game. Most people won't admit hearing loss to themselves or others. We make it easy for you. Today's digital hearing aids come in a variety of styles, including invisible. All feature-rich, providing unparalleled hearing quality, wearing comfort, and automation that simplifies your life. Don't be fooled by our imitators. There's only one Advanced Audiology with the purple sign, next to AAA on Valencia Boulevard.
There's a classic diner in town that combines old-fashioned dining with a hip 21st century menu. They call it trendy nostalgia. They call it Kathy's Deli. Kathy's Deli is a classic diner, homemade jams, freshly baked breads, and even unique flavored coffee creamers made on site. Experience the fresh, new, yet old-fashioned taste of your local hometown diner. Serving traditional and unique breakfast and lunch delights every day from 7 to 3. Kathy's Deli on Lyons Avenue off Wayman Court.
The best live theater can be found right here in the Santa Clarita Valley. The Canyon Theater Guild has been entertaining audiences for decades with top quality musicals and plays. Located on Main Street in Old Town Newhall, CTG also offers workshops for the young actor in your family. For more information, call the box office at 799-2702 or go online to canyontheater.org.
Hometown KHTS breaking news.
This is Shane Cutchell with the latest election updates for our valley. 100% of the precincts have been counted. However, results will not be final until the mail-in ballots have been counted. No local winners have been declared so far. Katie Hill leads Steve Knight 51% to 48% in the 25th Congressional District. Incumbent Dante Acosta leads Christy Smith 50% to 49% in the 38th Assembly District. Tom Lackey leads Steve Fox 53% to 46% in the 36th Assembly District. Incumbent Santa Clarita City Council members Lorene West, Marcia McLean, and Bill Miranda lead the voting for City Council with Diane Troutman and Ken Dean right behind. Incumbent Dianne Feinstein has been declared for the U.S. Senate seat, and Democrat Gavin Newsom won the race for California governor. No on Prop 6, repeal state gas tax. Yes on Prop 7, permanent daylight saving time. And for more information on the rest of the props and election results, head to hometownstation.com.
At Advanced Audiology, we know how important hearing is to you, your loved ones, your work success, your safety, and your ability to stay in the game. Most people won't admit hearing loss to themselves or others. We make it easy for you. Today's digital hearing aids come in a variety of styles, including invisible. All feature-rich, providing unparalleled hearing quality, wearing comfort, and automation that simplifies your life. Don't be fooled by our imitators. There's only one Advanced Audiology with the purple sign next to AAA on Valencia Boulevard.
Hey there, it's Tori with your Hometown Station weather. Partly sunny today. We're looking at a high of 81. Clear tonight with a low of 55. Then Thursday and Friday, very windy with highs in the upper 70s. For anything and everything election related, go to hometownstation.com, including election results, or check us out on our Facebook page at KHTS Radio.
Your hometown station.
Santa Clarita's hometown station.
Now FM, 98.1 FM and AM-1220. Your hometown station.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, KHTS. And we have two guests with us now. We have Nola Aronson from Advanced Audiology, one of our sponsors of the Senior Hour. And with her is Dr. Jenny Villos. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And what kind of doctor are you?
I am a doctor of audiology.
Doctor of Audiology.
Yes.
And Nola owns Advanced Audiology.
Yes, and Jenny, Dr. Villos, has been with me for 14 years.
I just celebrated 14 years.
14 years.
Good
Yeah,
heavens.
November 1st.
November 1st.
That's right.
And you're still friends. That's amazing.
You and I are.
Yes, that's true.
Because ours is, 15 years, I
yes.
think, here on the Senior Hour.
It's amazing when you work that closely together and you remain friends, you know. It's easier than a marriage.
I wouldn't say that. I think it's about the same.
Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
And what will we be talking about today?
Well, I wanted to come and share some information, not so much about hearing aids or hearing loss, but about insurance. That's a very common question I get asked.
Oh, yes.
Why doesn't my insurance cover my hearing aids? Why don't they cover more? Mm-hmm. What is this third party? What does that mean? It's a very confusing thing. I think even for us in the field and for patients coming in, it can get kind of confusing.
Doctors, patients, families, caregivers, everybody gets confused.
Exactly.
Yeah. And hearing aids are not inexpensive.
No.
By any stretch of the imagination.
But hearing
because
aids.
Look at the research and the work that has gone into perfecting them. I mean, most hearing aids you don't even see.
Right.
You don't even notice them.
Right. We want them to be small. We want them to be invisible, fast acting, increased speech, decreased background noise, everything happen without lag time and small enough that it can go on my ear and nobody will see it. It's a lot to ask, and they've given it to us, but there's a cost to it.
And it's amazing that Medicare does not cover it.
No.
It's astounding to me.
Yes.
Because it is a quality of life issue
Absolutely.
where our seniors need to be able to hear. If they're driving, they need to hear that ambulance.
Yes.
If they're watching television, they need to hear that what they're saying on TV. Or if there's an emergency in their home or a fire or something going on, they need to hear that. And some of them don't because it costs too much.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, Medicare doesn't pay for your teeth. It doesn't pay for your eyeglasses.
That's right.
And
that's the problem. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
That's a huge problem in terms of quality of life for our seniors.
But what's confusing to a lot of the seniors is all the advertisement of a lot of the stores, the big box stores, over-the-counter hearing aids, the price of, you don't have to spend, even online. on Facebook every day. I get all these ads. You don't have to spend $5,000 on hearing aids. You can get them for $500 and $1,000, and you're going to get the same thing. But nobody realizes how intricate it is to get a hearing aid fit properly. It's not like a pair of eyeglasses where you get your prescription and then they work. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of work to put forth fitting a hearing aid properly. Anybody can fit a hearing aid, but is it proper? Is it working for you? Is it doing the things that you need it to do? That's the big
That's the critical
issue.
part.
Or
Yes,
if asking the question, do you really need a hearing aid? Because I know many a times, Nola, you have seen patients who think they need a hearing aid. They don't. The studies, and you just find wax in their ear. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why you shouldn't put it off, and you should just get your hearing screened, and that's what we wanted to talk about today, because people tend to stay away and make all kinds of excuses that they could hear just fine, that it's the other person that's mumbling, and they put it off because of cost rather than thinking about their lives and how they can improve their lives. So Dr. Veloz here wanted to go over the things that we face when it comes to insurance, when people come in and they have different insurances, not supplementary to Medicare, but some people do have hearing aid coverage. So go ahead.
What I'm finding more with my patients is that insurances are using a third party in order to process the hearing aids, which means that these third parties, they will maybe called True Hearing, maybe called Epic, maybe called Hearing Care Solutions. They have connected with the major insurance companies, and they said, look, we will see your patients. We'll supply hearing aids to your patients for less cost. Refer all your people to us. We'll take care of it. It's a win for you. You don't have to cover hearing aids anymore. And then we'll contract with audiologists like Advanced Audiology, and we'll pay them to fit the hearing aid, and everybody's happy. But I know you all have talked about the fact that hearing aids are not a commodity. They're a medical device. And what's happening is these third-party insurances are doing things more on the cheap side, and the patients are suffering for it. You get what you pay for when you're dealing with medical devices and electronics.
That's very true.
Very frustrating. There's services that go along with it. We need to see patients to adjust the hearing aids properly. Like Nola just said, it's not like eyeglasses. It's not like you get a prescription and put them on and you're done. When you go through a third party, they may give you 2 visits, and that's it. And then guess who pays for the other visits to make sure the hearing aids are working properly?
Yes, and that's not
out of pocket.
That's not inexpensive either.
Who's going to pay for the batteries to make them work?
That's
you.
right.
Who's gonna pay for the repairs, and who's gonna pay for the loss and damage who's gonna pay for all that? You. They don't tell you that.
And quarterly cleanings and adjustments are really important because they're so tiny and they're in your ear where there's lots of moisture, wax, things go wrong with the hearing aids. And we have walk-in hours twice a day from 9 to 10 and 4 to 5 for people where they can get their hearing aids serviced. And, if you go through a third-party company and they're just paying us a fitting fee and that's all, well, then we have to charge you the fees that it costs to come in. And then what happens? You don't come in because you don't want to spend the money, and now you don't wear your hearing aids, and now you go around saying that they don't work. So why get them? So that's what's happening out there, and people are being fooled into thinking that they have all these great benefits and they don't have to spend money. But that's where we
How can those
come
insurance companies get by with that? That there should be some kind of control over that kind of thing.
There should be, but now Aetna has bought CVS pharmacies. So what do you think if you have Aetna insurance, you're going to be sent to CVS no matter what?
And who's fitting those hearing aids? What kind of hearing aids are you getting?
No, well, they do want to set it up like an audiology practice, and they do want to hire doctors of audiology, but I don't think that doctors of audiology are going to want to be in a setting like that. So, but they're saying they will. The thing is, okay, so now you only have one choice, one brand of hearing aid to go to, and you're being told that's all you'll be covered for. So it's getting very confusing. That's why Dr. Veloz wanted to come on also to the program this morning to try to educate people. One of the things that we like to do is educate people. We are not here to sell you a hearing aid. We don't sell hearing aids. We help you with the solution when you have a hearing problem, and whatever that solution is what we will help you do. But before we do anything, we educate you. We let you know what all your options are, and we, take time with you, and, it's not like a rush job, like, here's something, go away.
Yeah, put it in your ear and
See you later.
Right.
So what do our seniors do, though, that they don't have any coverage? I mean, some of them are turning to these insurance companies to try to augment their hearing, and they might even know that these insurance companies are going to get them for out-of-pocket expenses. So in terms of educating our seniors who are listening, they have to be aware of these companies, giving them a false pretense that they're going to do something for them. But how about, what do they do if they're aware and they know it's not going to be good? Where do they turn next? And, my thought is, like you said before, Nola, is you first come to the office and establish whether you really need a hearing aid or not. And, sometimes you're at the verge, sometimes you don't need it, and sometimes, of course, you do. And sometimes people are saying, well, I don't want to do it now, it's not that bad, but it's a good idea to have the hearing test done and then see where you are before you then have to make up your mind about hearing aids. But if you don't know that and you go in at the last second, it could be a big surprise to you. Or even then, there's sometimes where it could be detrimental in your quality of life and what you're doing and trying to make it through life, that you've missed something, somebody telling you something or hearing something on the news that could have helped you out, things like that. You could have missed it. And now you're in dire straits because, I need a hearing aid. The best thing to do is preventively go in and have the test done and check out whether the need is really there. Now, does Medicare pays for the hearing test?
Right.
So what is the harm? If you're on Medicare, you're a senior and you are on Medicare, you have that ability to seek a evaluation so that you can make a decision as to whether you want to move forward on it. But if you don't do that, then you're kind of stuck, and then you're thinking to yourself, do I or don't I? Just get it done. Just have an evaluation, get a record set, and like I say, sometimes it's where no, you don't need a hearing aid right now, but it sounds, and if you were here 3 years ago and now it's worse, and next time you come in 3 years, you might need one.
Yeah, well, Medicare will pay for an annual hearing evaluation. So, it doesn't hurt you. And it doesn't mean that just because you come into us, we're going to try to sell you something. We're going to educate you so you know all about Alzheimer's and dementia and how it relates to hearing loss, how heart disease, how diabetes, how all of these other things relate to your overall health. Why are you going to go to the dentist? Why do you go to the eye doctor? Why not come to an audiologist and get your hearing screened or tested?
It always surprises me that I ask people, when was your last hearing test? And they usually will tell me sometime in elementary school. When was your last eye test? 6 months ago. When were you at the dentist? Oh, a couple months ago. When was your last mammogram? Oh, within a year. Everybody does all this preventative for everything else except their hearing.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah, and hearing is the most important sense. The third largest medical problem in the United States is hearing loss. Well, first you have heart disease and you have cancer, or vice versa, I don't know which one, and then it's hearing loss. And you can't communicate with people when you have hearing loss. And you start to isolate yourself and get away, and we've talked about this over and over. I mean, I don't see why people don't step up to the plate here and come in and get
When
a
you
hearing
go to your
screening.
doctor's appointments for all this other stuff, you got to be able to hear the doctors and what they're telling you.
And that's critical.
And what we're trying to do,
Absolutely
too, is
critical.
educate the doctors to put this in part of their physical battery. And we know you do, because you've been doing this for a long time, and you've been working with me for a long time.
But also,
So-
I just know that, with a mother who has a hearing deficit, who doesn't want to do anything about it, and we've tried, I know the problems related to not being able to hear. And, it makes it so we aren't able to communicate as well. And, our fears are that she goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, take 0.25 milligrams of this, and then she said, oh, okay, I'll take 2.5 milligrams. That's what she's heard. And, she's overdosed herself, 10 times. And these things can happen, and you just have to be leery and wary of assuring that, you are taking the right steps, and, vision, dental, and hearing not covered by Medicare. But, if they were, maybe we'd have a little bit better traction in trying to improve these things. But since we don't, we have to, as doctors, put it out there and say, see your audiologist. You have to go and make sure that your hearing is okay. Let's get just a baseline on you. And with it being paid by insurance, Medicare, get it done.
Yeah. Also, just really quick, we also have balance problems as you get older. And audiologists are the ones who test for balance problems and help with the diagnosis of that, because your balance system is inside your ear. So it's not just about hearing loss,
Right.
hearing aids. We work with the doctors to try to help you to have good health. And so we can't forget about that.
We're not just a hearing aid store. We're a diagnostic clinic. We're the largest diagnostic clinic in the Valley. So we do a lot more than just hearing aids. We do tinnitus evaluation and treatment. We do balance, dizziness evaluation and treatment. We do a lot of things in our office.
Which have, in the past, sometimes led to huge problems in terms of illness that people have, and tumors that, you have helped to diagnose.
Yes.
That's true. Well, we need to take a break, so we'll come back in a couple of minutes. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, KHTS.
There are many memorable restaurants in Santa Clarita, but 3 words stand out from the crowd. Mom can cook.
Mamá puede cocinar.
Mom can cook the best Thai food on this side of the planet.
Mama fait la cuisine.
No matter what language you use, Mom Can Cook says it all. Thai food at its finest, all your favorite dishes, and Mom's very own original specialties. Experience it on Soledad by the Canyon Country Post Office.
Mama 요리가 좋으세요?
Mom Can Cook.
Come join me, Arif Halby, for Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour. Every Tuesday at noon, we uncover ways to help you manage your money, get out of debt, and prepare for your retirement. That's every Tuesday at noon on Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour. Are you not sure if you can retire yet? Listen to us and learn about tips for savings, retirement strategies, and so much more. That's every Tuesday at noon on Total Financial Solutions Safer Money Hour on your hometown station, KHTS.
At Advanced Audiology, we know how important hearing is to you, your loved ones, your work success, your safety, and your ability to stay in the game. Most people won't admit hearing loss to themselves or others. We make it easy for you. Today's digital hearing aids come in a variety of styles, including invisible. All feature-rich, providing unparalleled hearing quality, wearing comfort, and automation that simplifies your life. Don't be fooled by our imitators. There's only one Advanced Audiology with the purple sign next to AAA on Valencia Boulevard.
Hey there, it's Tori with your Hometown Station weather. Partly sunny today. We're looking at a high of 81. Clear tonight with a low of 55. Then Thursday and Friday, very windy with highs in the upper 70s. For anything and everything election related, go to hometownstation.com, including election results, or check us out on our Facebook page at KHTS Radio.
Your hometown station. Now FM 98.1 FM and AM 1220. Your hometown station.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, KHTS. And we're speaking with Nola Aronson and Dr. Villos from Audiology Associate, from Advanced Audiology. And we're speaking about insurance and insurance coverage for hearing aids.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, what kinds of insurance companies are covering hearing aids?
What kind of insurance companies? Well, Scan is a popular one that sends out to a third party.
Wow.
Sends out to a third
and
party.
And they do True Hearing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that type of situation.
That's an insurance company.
That's a
It's
third
party.
Third-party insurance company.
So
correct.
what they True Hearing decided to do is, hearing aid companies have been around for over 100 years. No, that's not True Hearing. Which one does the?
Well, yeah, they're going to private label hearing aids.
They're going to, yeah, but is it Hearing Care Solutions that does their own hearing aids?
No.
Oh, United Healthcare. They use
Hearing Health Innovations.
Hearing Health Innovations. That's a very popular one. And so what they've done is they've said, okay, we've had companies that have been making hearing aids for over 100 years, perfecting them year after year after year. But you know what? We'll make our own hearing aids. How hard could it be? And then they piece together some devices, and they say, why don't you just order these online, go online, order them yourself. We'll send them to you through the mail in a box with a video on how to use them.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Now, how safe is that for our patients?
But they're only $300, so people want to do it.
Yeah, it's misleading, though.
But how many $300 bills are you going to have to invest in?
Exactly.
Down the line.
And that's what's going to happen because they're not going to work eventually.
And then when they come to us and they say, can you please help me? I have this big event that I've been waiting all year for. I can't. They don't allow us to have access to anything. I can't help you.
So in our last few minutes, what happens if Medicare decides to pay for hearing aids and they say, okay, we're going to not pay you as much, but we'll pay this amount of money, something. Would you be for doing something like that for our seniors? Would that be, and of course, it's rolled into assuring that people don't have big out-of-pocket costs, that they get good follow-up, that certain things, of course, have to be added on at some point. But, we talked about glasses and dental work, which we all think should be a part of it. Hearing aids should be a part of it. But, of course, everyone will say it's going to break Medicare. And in the right way, in the right business sense, we can all do it. When you have $21 billion a year in Medicare fraud yearly, if we save some of that money, and I'll tell you, a few $1 billion will pay for the hearing aids. We'll pay for it. But instead, we have a $21 billion loss in Medicare, and it's just lost. They don't know how to recoup it, and that's the sad part of this. But going back, would you want Medicare to pay for hearing aids at some point?
Sure. And the other thing is we try to give everybody a chance to get some device. We do get a lot of donations of people upgrading their hearing aids. We have been known to give out hearing aids to people that really are in trouble.
You sure have.
And we do a lot of nonprofit stuff in this community, but we also have different budget needs for each person, and we have a program called Care Credit, which is 0% financing for 12 months. So there's ways that people can actually do it. But I've been told by patients over, oh, well, but I won't be able to go on my cruise this year, and I need to buy a new car or whatever. It's whatever's important to you. And I think it's more that our hearing aid is important to you. Because people, will work with you. If you can't afford the best hearing aid, that's fine. But let us help you with something. And that's all we care about, is helping you with something. So,
because hearing is a basic tenet of life.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It really is.
Yeah.
So if people want to hear better, Nola, how do they get a hold of you?
Okay, so we're located at 23822 Valencia Boulevard, Suite 103. It's right next to AAA on Valencia Boulevard. We're in the Troop, it's not Troop anymore, the Century 21 Owen Patterson building, but we have a purple sign. Mm-hmm. So that's our purple sign. Our phone number is 661-253-EARS. That's 661-253-3277. And if you call us today and schedule your free hearing screening, we will give you a 3-day, 2-night vacation to 8 different places.
Wow. Whoa,
but you must call today when this radio station's over. So it's 661-253-3277.
Great, Nola. Thank you for all the information, everything you've done. Dr. Nola Aronson and Jenny Veloz from Advanced Audiology, who is our sponsor. We are sponsored also by Comfort Keepers in Home Care. Listen to us next week on the Senior Hour. Now go and enhance your quality of life.
Your hometown station.
It's no secret that KHTS has the best midday talk show lineup around. If you've missed any of your favorites, no problem. KHTS has you covered. Podcasts for all the midday shows can be found right on our website, hometownstation.com. Whether you missed a show from 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years ago, and you want to catch up, we got you covered. They're all right there. Plus extra podcasts too. That's hometownstation.com. hometownstation.com.
98.1 FM and AM-1220.
Your building sign is essential in getting customers to your location. Feathers can help get your business noticed. They walk you through each phase of your building sign project, providing special attention to detail and quality. Feathers will give you a sign you can be proud of. Your building sign will draw customers in instead of having them drive by. Feathers on Soledad in Canyon Country, across from the Edwards Theater. Or go to feathersphoto.com. That's feathersphoto.com.
It's time to plan our company party. Tables, chairs, lights, and a dance floor. So much to coordinate.
AV Party Rentals has everything you need for your company party. Visit their large and beautiful showroom in Newhall and discover how AV Party Rentals can create that extra accent for your company party. No worrying, no stress during setup because their delivery staff is friendly, efficient, and willing to go that extra step to make things easier. On Newhall Avenue and Carl Court, or plan your party online at avparty.com.
At Advanced Audiology, we know how important hearing is to you, your loved ones, your work success, your safety, and your ability to stay in the game. Most people won't admit hearing loss to themselves or others. We make it easy for you. Today's digital hearing aids come in a